Can you think of a moment, let's say the first 5 years of you living in LA, that helped shape your career? Like what, I know you talked about you had made inroads, or you, unbeknownst to you, that someone that you used to work with remembered you fondly and was handing out your picture. But in another story, maybe that like you weren't expecting, and it was your first 5 years and it kind of changed things for you.
Well, I know that something happened in the first 5 years that reinforced my ethic and my sense of integrity in this town. And it was when a very well-known personality had taken a shine to me and knew that I was looking for an apartment and offered to set me up in an apartment, no strings attached. And, well, I happen to know a little something about strings. And I refused. I mean, I graciously refused. But, I mean, and I met the person at the apartment to see what it was like, and I took a girlfriend along with me just in case, and it was beautiful, and it would have been wonderful. But I would have been bought in some way. And you know, it didn't, so I still, by saying no thank you, I still needed to find an apartment. But the power that I felt in, once again, counting on myself, I'd like to pay my own rent and buy my own groceries, thank you very much, because that leaves me my own woman. And that was really empowering. When I've shared that story with some other people long ago, they were, are you crazy? You could have taken the apartment, it would have been fine. No, it wouldn't have. It would have compromised me in my world of morality. It would have been the wrong thing to do. And so I didn't do it. And again, I had to still find another apartment, but when you believe in yourself and you take a chance, things come, and it came. So that more than, because honestly, maintaining your integrity and your sense of self-worth is the most important tool that you have here. Absolutely the most important. And it goes back to many other things that we've talked about, because if you have faith in yourself and you know who you are in the world, it doesn't matter what anyone else says or does, because you know who you are. And often the people who come from the smaller towns have even a better sense of who they are, because they grew up in a much less superficial world where hard work and values were valued, you know. So to me, that's your state of mind and your sense of self-worth are the most important things that you can have. And so that was a real an opportunity for me to, you know, put up or shut up. This is my, you know, this is either what I believe or it's not what I believe. And here's an easy way to, it would have been easy. It would have been very easy to just take that opportunity. But I didn't, this isn't the way you go forward, in my estimation.
Yeah, and that's a real elephant in the room in terms of the entertainment industry, and it happens to men too.
Of course it does.
It's not just women, and it can happen from other men or other women or
Absolutely.
whatever. But I think it's hard, especially for a younger person too, that maybe then somehow feels very special because this person has chosen them.
Right.
And it's hard for them to see.
And we want to be chosen.
Right.
That's why we come to Hollywood.
Right.
Choose me. See me. You know? Yes.
Right. And
it's
someone
temptation.
Right. In power. And I've known people on both sides of the coin and have gone the way of being taken care of. And there are implications. And I think people don't totally realize that.
Right. And then, if you got what you got, did you get it? Or was it just given to you because of something that you bartered with, you know? And that's the other thing I say too about, you know, most everybody loves to have a good time sexually. So I was speaking at a college at one point, and this one girl came up to me and said, so what do you think what about sex? And the casting couch, what do you think about that? And I said, look, if you think you would have fun in bed with this person, have sex with them for that reason alone. But do not think for one moment that you are going to get something out of it other than fun. Because you, no matter what sex you are, no matter who's propositioned you, you have something that that person can get anywhere else. And they, if they're a person who says they have a job for you or some other way of elevating you, has something that only a handful of people have to give. You have nothing to bargain with. But if you think you might have a good romp, go ahead. But don't expect anything out of it. You know, and that also leaves you in power of your own life because you made the choice, not because something was dangled before you, but because you decided you would like to do it because it would be fun, not to get something.
Right, and I think too there's this whole scarlet letter thing where, oh yeah, she did this, and sometimes I can't even, I mean, it just feels like it's a made up story. And sure, that's the ultimate putting the scarlet letter on someone. Well, this person got this because of this.
Right.
And half the time it's not even true.
Right, and spoken out of jealousy, like you mentioned before, yeah.
Right, and it could be that the other person actually did that, and they feel, you know, but it's this interesting thing that goes around this, and it's not openly talked about, but it exists. And yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think if it's not about any type of barter trade agreement, then that's your personal choice. But it's a tough thing, and surviving the gossip of this person did that for this is a very toxic thing. That
you don't want that.
No.
Again, I don't want that on me.
No.
Get rid of that.
And remaining upbeat and finding hobbies.
Right, living your life.
Living your life.
Live your life every day. Try to do something every day that has nothing at all to do with show business.